I logged in as a normal user and went to the application catalog, where all the predefined blueprints where I have access to are ready. So now we want to roll out the example we created earlier, the version 1.1, the Windows frontend and Linux database server backend. I can leave all the step 1 values by default as they are predefined, and I can alter some of the application properties I want to change. So let's change the username to Nicola instead of Neo for that new database, NeoProtDB1 that will be provisioned. You can have a brief look at the execution plan, and as a final step, we are the review. We hit deploy now, and the whole provisioning will kick in. So first, the two OS templates will be cloned to our vSphere environment. A Linux CentOS and a Windows 2008 64-bit. You can review the blueprint, what application services will then be deployed and the dependencies. And at all stages, the user can review what is happening on the VM details part. So here I have the vSphere client just to show you that the provisioning of the OS templates has been started already. You also see that the folder name with the both VM nodes in there is created, and now the OS customization wizard for both OSs will kick in. Remember, the frontend server will be joined also in the vcell.be domain, so it takes a couple of minutes. And the Linux provisioning will be a little bit faster, so here I will fast forward a little bit. Here we see the final reboot of the Windows frontend server is happening as the sysprep is finalizing and joining the domain now. So here we can see the IP addresses, all the information of the OS, and after a few seconds the node icons should be changed. Voila, the MySQL DB server CastOS is ready. The Windows server is still a bit busy. So now is a good time to have a deeper look at the execution plan. So here we see that application services are installing now. The MySQL is busy on the Linux CentOS. So refresh a little bit. And note that we can see the start and stop times of each install configure step. Voila, the whole Linux part is done now. So now we need to wait for the Windows application services, the antivirus and the SQL client to install, and also the script that retrieves the database name, username, and password and writes it to a document on the desktop. So I've skipped a little bit, and after some minutes, the Windows application services and scripts should be installed as well. Yep, voila. And we can go back to the VM details overview, and everything is in green and deployed. So now let's prove what has been done in the background. So as I know the IP address, I'll start the remote desktop to the Windows frontend server, front SRV1, and I'll log in with my username in the vCell domain just to show that the OS customization has been done and the server was added into our domain. So here is the console. The first time I log in, so applying user settings. And voila, we see that the McAfee agent has been installed and started. And see, on the desktop, our document is created, DB server details. So if I open it, I should see all the details to connect to my new DB instance on the database server backend on Linux. You see the username Nicola and the password. Here is the proof that IP address is correct, 224 in the end. So I'll now open up the MySQL client, which was also part of the Windows application service installation, and connect to that database with those credentials. This is a freeware MySQL client, so I change IP address. I set the correct database name, I just paste it. And remember, I changed the name to Nicola and the password is the default password. So here we go, we have a database connection with the new prot-db1 on the newly provisioned Linux server in the backend. So let's create a table and write some dummy data in that new table. And to prove that I'm not hiding something, I connect with the SSH client to the 224 Linux database server, connect with root, log into mysql, and ask for all the tables, and we should see the demo test table in there. Show the tables, and hey, here it is, the test demo database.